I'm recommend studying in Russia because, but not in all universities, not for all faculties. Russians are really good at engineering, mathematics, physics, chemistry. They're really good at those topics. You can study those. For medicine, I'm not suggest them. I'm not recommend them for studying medicine, or ver- if you dream if you're dreaming to be lawyer, uh, I'm not recommend them to study in Russia. They should be studying their country at those faculties because uh, if you graduate from here, maybe your country will not accept you because of because of the faculty, because you are taking another lessons in other language in here. Their laws are different, everything is different. Uh, But for visiting Russia, I strictly recommend them because they think you're in most biggest country in world. There's different 11 time period in country to west to east, uh, to north to south. Uh, if you go Murmansk, the north, you can watch northern lights. If you go south to Sochi, you can swim. If you go east to Kamchatka, you can see thermal waters. If you go the west, Petersburg, you can so you can see a lot of palace, a lot of historical thing about Russia and Soviet culture. Uh, at the middle of the country, you can see uh, you if you go Irkutsk, you can see the taste world's biggest tasty uh, water, Baikal. You can see that lake. Everything, everywhere can be visited in Russia. I want to be first Turkish person who traveled the whole Russia. Yeah, my
That
dream is.
is really a good idea
Yeah,
and a good goal. Uh, it was a good final. Thank you. Thank you for the interview, for your
you're
time.
welcome.
Can you say something in Turkish language? Like, guys, if you watch this video, leave some comments. Go to study in Russia. Let's go to hang out here, nightclubs, work.
Okay. To the camera.
Yeah.
Ee, Arkadaşlar, eğer bu videoyu izliyorsanız Rusya'ya gelmenizi tavsiye ederim. Ben gerçekten mutluyum burada. Her şey güzel. Ya en azından çoğu Türk gencinin aklında yurt dışına çıkmak var. Bunu biliyorum. Ben de o süreçlerden geçtim. Önemli olan yurt dışına çıkıp geri dönebilmek. Atatürk'ün de dediği gibi kıvılcım olarak gidip ateş topu olarak gelebilmek. Mevzu burada bitiyor. Hepinize tavsiye ederim buraya gelmenizi. Gelirseniz eğleniriz, öğreniriz bir sürü şey. Kendinize iyi bakın ve abone olmayı ve yorum bırakmayı unutmayın. Studying in Russia and in Russian language, it's not so hard for me because I learned language while I'm young. Uh, but sometimes I don't know whole language. I know, but most I can speak like Russian people because I am a foreigner. But in university we are taking not only Russian language, we are taking math and physics in preparing faculty. It can be hard for at the beginning understand those mathematical things in Russian language because I know only how to speak Russian. I don't know how to solve mathematic problems in Russian language. Uh, but after learning language quite well, you can everyone can live here and study in Russian. But most important thing is in Russia, I think the weather, the cold weather, it's hard for foreigners because in street I saw Russians, they're not wearing hat, gloves, nothing. At the moment, I have everything, three, three or four things.
Jacket,
Yeah,
gloves, everything.
everything, hats, masks, everything, and I'm freezing. But they have nothing. They're they're going outside with t-shirts like that. It's like that. It's hard to understand them. But other most important thing, other students or other foreigners have to know. Documental works are really slow in Russia. I don't know reason, but they need to be ready for that part. Documental works things, you can be struggled that position. Yeah.
So it was like a mini introduction. Next, tell me, is it safe here?
Safety is important. Firstly, there was a special operation in Ukraine border, and my family have a consideration about that because they believe Russia is not safer for living because that special operation. But after I came here, I see with my own eyes Russia is safe for living, and that special operation not affected living quality in Moscow or in other cities. I believe that. But in firstly, my father's high school friend living in Moscow too. He's Russian. He have a Russian citizenship, and we talk out with him, and he said Russia is safer for living. Yeah, I some parts I'm scaring because that in firstly there was a drone attacks in Moscow too, but when I came here I didn't see anything like that.
Yeah, and one more is that when we talk about it in general, like when you go outside, I don't know, can people attack you, or is it safe, like, I don't know, to be late outside and so on?
It's really safely. Sometimes I'm coming from the nightclub in middle of the night in morning time. It's really safe. Yeah.
Do you have an experience of dating a Russian girl? And what do you think about dating a Russian? Like, and what do you think about Russian girls in general? Are they pretty attractive?
It's a quite well question. I date a lot of girls in Russia, in Moscow. They're, I believe they are beautiful because their eyes, their hair is different from my country. Most of the girls are different. But in Moscow, in Russia, most of the girls have blonde hairs, blue eyes, and they are attractive for me. Sometimes they most of Russian girls want to pay check in restaurant, or if you go somewhere with girl, you need to pay her food, her drink too. It will be quite hard for students, but it's worth it. Yeah.
Good. And you are, as a man from Turkiye, when you see a blonde girl, what do you think about them? Like, is it a passion for you? I mean, if you compare a blonde girl and girl with the dark hair, which one is more attractive?
For my choose, I choose blondies because they're it's not general opinion. It's for me they're more beautiful from brunettes or dark hairs. I don't know why, but I want I want to see it like that.
Why did you choose exactly Russia, but not an English-speaking country? Like, probably most of the people, they will think that, why do you choose exactly Russia? You have so lot of choice. So tell me your story.
Okay. While I'm in fourth grade in my school in Turkey, we have to choose a second foreign language, and in my school there is an option for Russian language, and I choose Russian language because my father believed Russia and Turkey will be partner in our territory in future time, and Russian language will be really strong in whole world, and learning this language, it will be for my benefit. I start to learn. Then in high school, I always want to be in aviation industry, and I tried start to search universities in abroad, and I found Moscow Aviation in Moscow in Russia. I made a lot of research about that. I while that time I start to join exams for Russian. St. Petersburg State University. They are making Olympiads for foreigners, and I entered those Olympiads for 3 times, and I gained uh, third position in whole world in Russian language, and they give me a right to enter free TOEFL exam for Russian language. I took level B1 certificate from those exams, and while I'm graduating from the high school, we are entering the university exam in Turkey too, and I gained mechanical engineer faculty in Turkiye. Then I have to choose an option. I will go abroad or I will be staying in Turkey. While that situation, I applied the scholarship for Russian government, and I gained that. Then I decided to come Russia.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.